The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Nadex Options Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Bull Bear Nadex Options Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 276. NASDAQ is up 99. S&Ps are up 32. Gold contract up $3.40 at $12.33 an ounce. We have silver. Sorry about that. We have silver, folks, up 7 cents, trading $14.80 an ounce. Light sweet crude, flat, $71.71 a barrel. Notes and bonds, a 10-year note down 2 ticks, 118.02. 30-year bond off 3, 138.06. King dollar down 104 ticks. Trading 94.65. The euro's at 115.92 to 1 U.S. dollar. The yen is out here trading at a price point of 122.22 to 1 U.S. dollar. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks, as we do each and every trading day. Don't forget, folks, Kevin, Tom White, his team, they got a great program every trading day right here at TFNN. Fast market, and we have had fast markets. And, of course, what we have this week, folks, is that you have option expiration and the monthly option expiration, the weekly option expiration. We just had the VIX go from 28 to 19 in a couple days. Bottom line, a lot of different markets out there that you can be trading, whether you're a bull or a bear. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy.
How you doing, man?
Good morning, Kevin.
I'm good, thanks. You know, this market is rocking. You know, Tom, yesterday, it may not have been a comfortable day for investors, but if you're a trader, you will love what happened yesterday in this market. We were all over the board, right? Every single rally could be faded. Every single dip in the market could be bought. That's a trader's paradise. I don't know if it's an investor's paradise, but today, a little better day for the investors as we are just straight up.
Right. And, folks, if you had listened to the program, again, and remember, no matter where you are, if you happen to be in the West Coast right now, Portland, riding down to work, remember, you can go right on your cell phone, TFNN.com, you know, because Kevin, Tom White yesterday, you know, you had laid out some nice paper trades, and you were taking that bread off the table yesterday. So, you know, there's no doubt the opportunities, I guess, you know, the opportunities are always more when we get volatility, right?
Sure, of course.
And
I mean, that's what you're looking for, Tom. You're looking for, you know, ebb and flow, right?
Yeah.
That's what we talk about all the time. The ebb and flow of these markets is where, even in today's market, you can find some edge in the trade.
Sure. And, of course, what's going to be intriguing here is that where is everyone set up for this option expiration, right? And where the... Yep. What happens with the roll, right? Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, where are they going to be this Friday? Where are they going to be a month from now?
Right, exactly, Tom. I mean, think about it. At the end of the day, we've gone through some volatility here now, much like we did in February.
Yeah.
This market is getting, you know, a pretty good idea that it doesn't like rates going up quickly. So we've had some volatility, but now we get some earnings. And the earnings are doing a really nice job of taking some of the uncertainty out of this market. I mean, Goldman and Morgan did their job today. They came in with nice numbers, nice returns. I think the couple things about Morgan and Goldman that jumped out at me. Number one, return on equity. Morgan Stanley, 11.5%. Goldman, 13% return on equity.
That's amazing.
For the quarter. And then both of these firms bought back stock, and lots of it, which, remember, Morgan and Goldman, they're more traditional trading firms than some of the other banks.
Yes.
And if they bought back, Morgan bought back 24 million shares of stock, Goldman 5.3 million. Remember, Goldman stock trades at a higher price, which means these guys think their stock is undervalued.
Right. And what ends up happening, of course, is that the more stock that they buy back, the less supply there is, and, you know, the demand, we know how much cash is out there. The demand is out there. So, after the close today, we have Netflix. Now, there's something.
That'll, you know, guarantee that it's going to move.
Yeah.
Right? That's one thing we know. We don't know what direction.
Right.
But it's guaranteed that this stock's going to move. And remember, this stock is over $100 off its lows. Now, it's coming back probably a little bit today, but, this is a stock that's probably going to move here on earnings. So I'm looking forward. Netflix is always something that we like to look at because, let's face it, it's a mover. The expected move for Netflix right now, $30.
Okay.
Seems fair.
It does. No, it does. Right. It does. Because you've moved the last 4 days. It's in a range right now of $35 to $40.
Right. So I'm not really reinventing the wheel here saying it's going to move $30. It's been moving $30 in a day.
It's pretty cool, man. I mean, so... when we look at of course, we're going to have earnings. I mean, the acceleration just starting right now, right? And
right.
So we have the VIX, which is the volatility in the whole market. Then individually, Kevin, right? A lot of these equities, some are a lot more volatile than others, right? As we're coming into these earnings.
Oh yeah, I mean, some are. You take Bank of America.
Yeah.
You take a GE. You take some of those stocks that are lower premium in the options. They're just not going to get the same moves, even though Bank of America had a pretty nice move coming off their earnings, and now the stock's actually recovering a little bit today as the rest of the banks are kind of pulling up that whole sector. But some stocks have unbelievable amounts of movement. Netflix, like I said, it's going to move. And the question now for traders today is it going to move $30 or is it not going to move $30?
Right. I'll move 50.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. There was one time a few quarters ago where we thought Google was going to move $30. It moved $100.
Right.
So remember, when you look at the market maker move that's on the Figures from platform, that's not the answer to the question. The answer to the question comes out when the event happens and the movement happens. That's just the estimate based on where the implied vol is trading. Right.
And, of course, what has happened is that all the implied vols have gone up dramatically just from that downdraft, right?
Across the board, you're having general higher implied volatilities. You're starting to look at some numbers, well above the 50 range, which we would call the midpoint. So, you're getting some volatilities that are not only trading up there, but they're sitting up there as well.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be interesting watching this whole earnings season because it came in at the right time. I mean, to at least get a bounce going. So, I mean, Adobe come out this morning, folks, and Adobe, you talk about there's a little explosion in price. That's up $15.50. And, I mean, we'll see whether that can hold price. But the bottom line is that they're making some money. So this bond deal, Kevin, right, is going to get interesting, isn't it? I mean, the bonds won't back off. It's like, okay.
Right.
It's like, I think the market has to get used to higher rates anyway, but this is intriguing today because, you get a market that's up 1%, and the bonds just won't go down. So it's like, okay, man.
Well, I mean, think about it, Tom. Last Thursday, CPI number, that really put a bid under bonds. Yes. Right, because the inflation just isn't there. And then Monday's retail sales data, another soft number.
Yep.
So it's kind of a head scratcher.
It is.
But,
it is.
We've got a lot more coming up during the week. So we just had a strong JOLTS number. That means the labor market's strong. So a lot going on just every single day now.
And folks, right here, 45 minutes from now, outstanding program, fast market. Kevin, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the program.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 252. You get the Nasdaq up 78. S&P's up 28. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Darryl Martin, as we do each and every Wednesday at 20 past the...
Tuesday,
huh?
Not quite yet.
Tuesday.
Not quite. Fast week, but not quite yet.
Every Tuesday at 20 past the hour. You can check out Darryl every trading day at apexinvesting.com. Darryl Martin, what's going on, brother?
How you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
Doing fantastic.
Good. Well,
so, got some nice pop on the earnings announcements this morning. So the market moving higher.
No doubt. And bottom line is that the volatilities are back in this market. What have you been looking at lately?
I've been trading a lot of gold, some oil, and I've been trading the S&P quite a bit as well.
Yeah, because you get that volatility. And, of course, gold finally got some juice underneath it, and that is always helpful, you know, if we get a large change of trend, which I suspect we do. It's going to be interesting to see this dollar, man. You know, bottom line, every time it comes down to the strength from the 14th of June, man, there's just no sellers and there's no buyers when you're up the index there at about 95, and the same, you know, the other side of that euro, of course, is 117 and 115. It doesn't want to go lower than that. It doesn't look like it wants to go higher than 117.
Yes. So it's sort of been stuck in that little range right there, and. You know, now the Brexit may actually break the euro out. We'll see how that goes, because that's talks are breaking down over there right now.
I know, and that's going to be a big deal, like which way that goes. And every day it seems like they always have another story every day, but one of these days we're going to wake up. No, doesn't it seem it? You know, like last night they said,
like
okay,
oh, we got a solution. Oh, we don't have any solution. Oh,
exactly.
We're stuck. Oh, you know.
The way I look at it is it's a negotiation, and everything they're putting out in the public is just like they're negotiating tactics. So I wouldn't put too much emphasis into what they're releasing, because it's kind of all part of their PR on both sides, right? You know, in terms of everything.
Right. They're all trying to frame the optics where it's not my fault, but hey, we're
right. Like we're very close to a deal. You know, I'm very optimistic. We're going to get this done because
right. And then we're not going to say that until tomorrow.
That's it. It's all based off just basically nothing, right?
Right.
So expect some volatility on the pound and the euro tomorrow with whatever announcement comes out.
Yeah, and then of course we have oil. What was intriguing about oil even yesterday is that you had the Saudis out there basically rattling, but the market didn't shake. So that was really intriguing. Meaning specifically, folks, is that if in fact they decided that they want to use that as a political weapon, bottom line, the market said, I don't think you're going to do it. Either that or the market's saying there's plenty of oil out here, and it's not going to have the same effect as 1973.
Can't do it almost, right?
Yeah, right. Because that's a big number, folks. Bottom line is that, that oil basically pulled back on that versus even going up $1. But, of course, we got oil trading at the 71, 72 area.
Yep, and it's rolling over, I believe, tomorrow. So
yes.
We got oil roll coming up, so make sure you do roll your oil after the market close and you're done trading for the day.
Yeah, and of course, oil rolls every month, folks, and that's where it can get really pretty wild sometimes in that market. Because I've never looked at it, but when we had those $3 moves on the way down, I wonder if that was at the roll simultaneously. Once it keeps hitting at that 75 level, that's where it went south pretty dramatically.
Well, they're starting to hire, guys for pipelines again and start opening everything back up with, like out here in Texas.
Okay.
So with the oil rising up, making it more affordable, making it more, obviously cost advantageous to start drilling again.
It's amazing.
That price rises, they start opening everything back up.
Yeah, you're right in, of course, a huge oil place, and I can imagine.
I have an oil rig on my, I have a drill or oil rig on my property. So.
Okay. And so the difference is dramatic. Of course, it's dramatic from $27 to $75. The bottom line is that you don't have to be pumping oil too much at $75 to basically, make some real money.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why they'll turn the thing off when it drops low enough, and then they'll turn it back on when it starts getting up high.
Yeah. And that's
Trump comes in every week.
Really? That's pretty cool,
yeah.
man. I mean, I guess once these fields, well, I guess what the difference between oil and mining is pretty dramatic. You build an oil drill, 30 days, you're going to either pop oil or you're not. And of course, mine takes 5 years, so it's like.
Well, once you got it, then it's like then you just decide when to turn it on and off when it's at when the price is worth storing it up and selling it out. Yeah.
Well, I bet there was a lot of deals out there a couple of years ago when we were at the $27 level, man.
Oh my gosh, yeah, there was some companies I knew that could do it at 45 because they did the the horizontal drilling and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's about as low as they could go. Like once they really drop below that, then it wasn't worth anybody going out there and drilling. So which drives the price back up because the supply,
exactly
goes down.
And so. I heard a number this morning, which is was real interesting actually, that we're pumping the world is pumping 100 million barrels a day right now, and they came out with a study, a long-term study, and we think that because you have a growing population. Bottom line, what the study is that you're going to still be at 70 to 120 million barrels a day, even 20 years from now.
Sure.
Which makes sense. But in the other side of that, I'm saying to myself, man, there's a lot of electricity, there's a lot of wind power, but that totally makes sense because in 20 years from now, man, I don't know how many more people there's going to be, but a lot.
Yeah.
It accelerates up quite a bit.
Exponential.
Yeah.
Population growth. Yeah.
No doubt. So the coming to the end of the week, we get option expiration on Friday.
Yeah, we got Netflix today at 6.
Yeah.
That comes out at 6 p.m. They do their conference call.
Okay, so no, I think, and this is important. Yeah, so we have.
They drop their report and then they do a conference call at 6. Yeah.
Okay, right. Because what does happen, folks, is that this is kind of cool. Now Netflix also is a decent weighting structure inside the NDX 100. So what you can do in these when they come out, the volatility trades, meaning both ways inside the NDX, but you want to find out also what other big dogs or small dogs inside that NDX are coming out before 4:15. That's the crucial.
Exactly. Like Google comes out at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Pretty much on the dot, and that's when you can go in and you can do a binary strangle on Nadex.
Yeah.
So you can go in and basically buy a contract above, sell a contract below, or I usually tier them, as you know, we've done them before live on the show.
Yes.
And I'll tier those, so that way I have my ones that'll sort of cover the risk of the other ones, a little bit closer, and then I'll have the further out ones, and if we do get a big pop, which is often, then those low risk ones will clean up and make quite a bit of money.
Yeah, and Google's going to be coming out the 25th. So we're basically right in kickoff season right now, and this will just keep accelerating as we're going forward. And, of course, the volatility's gone up in the market, too. You know, bottom line is that you had the VIX pull back today, but what does happen in an environment like this, it can come out of anywhere.
Yes.
Bing.
No, and we can get some positioning that can start happening too, like in the last 15 minutes, even for Netflix.
Yes.
We could see, 4 to 4:15, we could see, you could actually see a dramatic change in the Nasdaq in those last 15 minutes as traders, either pile in or jump
Which
out.
is pretty
whatever.
cool.
We might not be the only ones making that trade right at 4 o'clock, right?
That's right.
No,
No,
definitely. Totally.
It's a good trade.
It is.
Yeah, it's a good trade. Well, listen, you have a great day, safe day. Look forward to speaking to you next week, Daryl.
All right, man. You too.
Thanks,
Very
Darren.
much. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 256. Nasdaq is up 79. S&Ps are up 30. Composites giving it up, just gave up 20 points. Come right back.
Jason Path has just launched his weekly newsletter, The Quantitative Edge, available only at TFNN.com. Right now, you can sign up for Jason's outstanding weekly report, including midweek updates whenever warranted, with a 30-day money-back guarantee included, so you have nothing to risk. Jason develops his trade recommendations by creating an ensemble of predictive and mathematical models trained on data by leveraging a variety of techniques, including market-based computer simulations. Jason then combines these sophisticated predictive and analytical models with deeply researched macro outlooks to identify opportunities in a number of different markets for traders to act on. Whether you're looking to trade futures, equities, commodities like crude oil and gold, forex, or cryptos, Jason covers it all. Sign up for Jason Path's weekly trading newsletter right now by visiting the front page of TFNN.com, and you'll find the Quantitative Edge under the Newsletters tab. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 228. Nasdaq is up 72. S&P's up 27. Let's go see what's moving this market here. And it's not that the market really, we'll see whether this thing can hold. Bottom line is that you get some good points, but United Health is up 57, putting 57 positive points into it. We'll go back to that. They come out with numbers. Johnson & Johnson 22, Visa 15. It's only 2 stocks that have negative. Look at that.
Yeah, and Verizon, the only one negative by more than 2 pennies.
Yeah. Now, what's intriguing there, UNH, that would be saying to me that we should be up a lot higher than we are when you only have, United, you know.
Yeah. We're up a full % almost. That's a decent number, you know.
Well, with only 1 equity in the negative. So we take a look at United Health. Let's see what they have here. So, yeah, they boost the year guidance. The estimate was 329. They came in with 341.
Yeah.
Look at that revenue. Oh, my God. So the revenue, folks, the estimate was $56.3 billion. They came in with $56.5 billion.
Yeah, quite a number. And market always likes to see a boost in the forward expectation of things, much more so than what did you do for me the last 3 months? What are you going to do for me in the coming 3 months, coming year?
Right.
Much more important, as it should be, because things are going to be okay in the future. Nobody really cares what happens in the last 3 months.
And you know, for a market that, you know, the S&P has come down, this is pretty impressive.
Yes.
You know, you're right at the highs. This is pretty amazing, actually.
Definitely.
Wow.
What are we looking at? Weekly? Okay.
Yeah. Big number.
Definitely.
And so the high for the year is 272, and we hit 271.50 out here today.
Yeah, I mean, quite a company. $258 billion company.
Yeah. We take a look at the NDX, which moving the NDX now. You get Adobe up 6.4%. Tesla's up 3.7. I believe what happened with Tesla is that the judge approved the settlement. So Musk's settlement with the SEC over tweets approved by the U.S. judge. So he's got to pass. Spent some money.
Party time in the Elon Musk executive suite this morning.
You get BioMarlins up 3.4%. Taken away from it, you get C-Trip down at 4.2. Other than that, 0.8. No big deal.
O'Reilly off a little bit, and then literally nothing below that.
I know. So the S&P is up 27. So if we take a look at this, I suspect, folks, what we're going to get here is that this market is going to, you know, bounce, but it's having a hard time bouncing. I don't see a monster bounce out here today. All this market has done thus far is come into the last couple of days, the highs of those days, and I think we're still going to be in like a bottoming process here. Yeah, see, it came up to the intraday highs from yesterday. That'd be 276.
That's Friday and then yesterday as well. Both the same, but
and you know, hasn't been able to handle it.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll see what can actually get the market going. The you know, Goldman did come out with numbers. Bottom line, Goldman's not holding price. It's up $1.47, but it had been up to $2.21.
It's $5 higher.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Look at that opening bar. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Morgan Stanley.
Somewhat similar.
Yeah.
It's all the way up to 45.79. Now sitting at 45. I mean, it's almost 2% off the highs.
And for making all that money, I mean, that's where you got to scratch your head. They had gangbusters here.
Yeah. They got gangbusters already built into the share price, though. That's what's happening, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
There it is, revenue. That's pretty.
It is staggering.
The estimate, folks, and Morgan Stanley, the estimate revenue was $1.29 billion, and they came in with $1.57 billion.
Yeah, that's investment banking, right? Is that what you said? Okay, I was just because then the big numbers up there as well, but they really questioned investment banking.
Yeah, that's a big number, man.
They did. Just the only reason I pointed out though is because for everything else though, they beat here by almost 300 million, right?
Yeah.
And that's all that the difference is for their entire revenue.
Right.
So that might be part of what's going on there, saying, okay, you guys really crushed in investment banking, but guess what? You had $8 billion on top of that you barely came in at expectation, and maybe there's something going on there. Quite a number, man. Just jumping into more. So yeah, trading revenue right in line there. FICC sales, trading revenue, again, right in line there. I wonder what they were saying for forward going.
90 days, man. It's pretty amazing taking that kind of money in for 90 days.
It is. Yeah, and just the headlines being that they top it on that investment banking. Quite a number, man.
And then you got, the news out here this morning is that Uber is getting closer to an IPO.
Valuations, not evaluations.
Look at this.
Yeah.
So, what this story is about is that according to the Journal, they've got received a couple proposals valuing as much as $120 billion with a B.
And how about that sentence? Nearly twice as high as the valuation from a fundraising round just 2 months ago.
Yeah, it makes sense. The investment bankers want to make 5% on the amount that is pushed out, folks. And 5% is the most they can make. But they're gonna push somewhere between 2.5% to probably 4% on an IPO like this.
Sorry, I was looking at this chart.
What happens is that when investment bankers, when they're pushing out an IPO, they can't make more than 5%.
Okay.
That's what the regulation is, right?
Okay.
On something like this, they'll probably go from 2.5 to 4.
Okay.
They'll have them bidding on it.
Sure. Sure. Right.
Yeah.
So it is interesting. Is this has the largest listings? Now this is not talking about the total value of the company. This is talking about exactly how much they actually offered to the market.
Right.
And you got Alibaba up there, the biggest at about 25 billion, but at 120, if Uber hits that valuation, they only have to offer about 20% of the company up for the market to be the biggest IPO ever. One thing I saw as well going around today, talking about Uber, Lyft. So Lyft just came out with a deal that is, it'll be interesting to see if they start coming out with more of these. $300 for the month.
Yeah.
Okay, monthly payment.
Really?
Gets you 30 rides.
Okay.
But the rides can only be $15 in value.
Okay.
So
that's $450.
$450, but then that's if you hit the max. That's if you hit $15 exactly on every ride, and you take 30. So you're guaranteeing them $300. If you milk the system for everything it's worth, you get $450.
Right.
But what happens if you're not using that? Right.
Oh,
it doesn't
totally
seem like a lot of value, but it was interesting to see. Hold on, those are coming down the line.
Those are.
Yeah, in terms of, okay, there's going to be probably multi-tiers, right? You want to pay 200, you get 20 rides. Yeah, you want to pay 300, you get, and then you don't need a car.
Especially if you knew how far your work is.
Right. I mean, for certain people, that's probably a great deal. People that are doing, you got 30 rides, so you got a round trip every other day of the month or something like that. And if you happen to be going somewhere that's literally $13, $14, $15 away from where your house is, you don't have to pay for, number one, a car. You don't have to pay for insurance. You don't have to pay for gas. You don't have to pay for repairs. You don't have to pay for accidents that happen every so often. That just fact of life.
Right.
But interesting. It's the first one I heard, and it doesn't seem like a tremendous value, but it did make my mind start going, man, that's going to be really interesting when they start just roping people in. Like, forget about a lease payment. You got an Uber lease payment, right? And then you got a driver for people that don't have licenses. Another huge value right off the top,
It's big.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. That Uber's gonna have to. They'll match that in a second.
They will.
I bet by tomorrow or the next day we're gonna see a match.
Yep.
Dow Industrials right now, folks, up 229. Nasdaq's up 68. S&P's up 27. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 266. You get the Nasdaq up 90. S&Ps are up 32. And as you come over to our website, folks, at TFNN, this coming Thursday night, I'm going to be doing a workshop for subscribers of the Gold Report. You can be a subscriber ASAP. We're going to be going from 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. What I'm going to be talking about is the gold market right from the get-go, right from where we started in 2001 to now. You know, basically, what you do to get into the workshop, you come over to TFNN, you go to the Gold Report, you'll go to subscribe. You can subscribe for either a month, 6 months, a year. It comes with a 30 money-back guarantee, 30-day
money-back guarantee. If you sign up for 6 months or a year, you just get a prorated refund. Right. So you're really not risking anything in terms of being locked in. You can always get a prorated refund. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee, and there you go. That's your topics that you'll be covering, man.
Yeah. 5 to 6, 60 minutes, folks, and then what we're going to be talking about is what actually moves the metal market, how these ETF structures basically can push equities around, how the yen and dollar basically move gold up or down, and then what gold or silver equities that I suspect are going to have the best chance to get to higher price in this environment. You know, if we take a look, what's encouraging here, you know, looking at the environment in general, you know, my take is that we're going to go to this April and July swing highs. Barrick Gold is almost there, which is pretty cool. You know, now Barrick, of course, has taken over Rheingold Resources, but bottom line is that the gold market in general is so small that when you see a couple of them start to move to where you think the market may go, well, your probability gets a lot higher that that's where we're going. And in Barrick's case, 1359 is your swing high. We hit 1293 today.
Yeah, we're right next to that,
yeah,
right?
I know. It's pretty cool, man.
Especially considering we're down to $9 a couple months ago.
Yeah, it's insane. And then, of course, Rheingold Resources, that's trading with Barrick because Barrick is paying 1.128 shares of Barrick. 6.128
maybe.
6.128. 6.128 shares of Barrick per Rheingold.
Okay.
And, you know, Rheingold basically is pretty close, too. If we look at the May swing high, that's $82. You're at $79. Look how these move, man. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Look at that. $59 a month ago.
Call it basically 60 to 80, 33% run.
Pretty wild. You know, inside that market, bottom line is that you got the juice. You know, the GDX, we're at $20.25. So there's some action there. So if you'd like to come into that workshop, folks, if you're not a subscriber, you can be a subscriber right now. You know, come over there. basically hit the subscribe. You'll be in that workshop Thursday night.
And that will be archived for subscribers as well if you cannot attend live. And we get some new pricing in there for the 6 month, for the year as well. So I encourage people to check that out right on the front page, right under featured content. And of course, we'll give him a plug as well. Steve Rhodes, he did his workshop last week.
Yes.
You can sign up for that. You got 5 archive workshops that come Mastering Probability right now. And then Jason puts out his awesome newsletter Monday mornings. I believe he had an update this morning as well that Allison was putting out. Lots of great stuff in all of that stuff.
And as we were just talking about that, the S&Ps just went up 5 points. So I wonder what.
So
let's take a look. No, seriously, right? It's like, okay, man.
Dows up like 300. Yeah.
It caught a bid.
Session highs.
Yeah. So let's get this into a 1 day and just take a look at it. Yeah, it's caught a bid. So we'll see whether, the number to keep your eye on is this 2783, right? Where, that was the 10 o'clock bar. We'll see. It's attacking that bar right now, and if it takes it, with volume, you get some action.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, this is what's intriguing here. This is 6 minutes into this bar right now, and you're going to need some big volume. 63,000 contracts, and right now you're at only 33. But guess what? In the S&P, what does happen is that you can get a couple players in there that say, okay.
Yeah, especially
give me 50, 100,000 contracts.
As it's making a run like this in this bar, too.
Exactly.
It's moving.
And the aspect that, we had to, that was the good downdraft. There's no doubt about that. And the real question is that what kind of a bounce can get going? If we take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here, let's see. Microsoft is up $2. Oh, what a shame with Paul Allen, huh?
I know. I said, yeah.
So young, man.
I said the same thing. I was almost shocked when I heard it. Not almost. I was. I said, is that true? I said, one of my friends posted a tweet.
Right.
And you always, hear that anytime you hear somebody that's just dynamic, obviously, figure in terms of Microsoft and everything, let alone the other avenues he had in his life, and you just hear it, you say, no, that can't be true,
right.
And
what I didn't know, I read a couple articles about it, and what had happened, folks, is this. This is what's amazing. I didn't know. So he got cancer at 30 years old.
Wow.
And that's when he said, okay, to Bill Gates, he says, I got to be out.
Sure.
Right? And he beat that.
Yes.
Then he goes all the way up to 2018 we're at now. He goes up to 2007.
Yeah, or 2009 I came back.
And then he got Hodgkin's, which is lymphoma.
Yeah.
He beat that, and then though this one here only came back like a month ago.
Yeah, I mean that's where he said he only announced it a couple weeks ago, but it could have been something that was around even longer. That's you just don't know sometimes.
Well, it had that they just came right back and just took him.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
And what I didn't, I always knew that look at him, he was always so white, but that's so sad. It's like crazy.
It is quite a life though for sure in terms of. Microsoft,
huge.
Let alone everything else, and the philanthropy, and
the cannabis stock. So tomorrow is the big day, folks.
That's right.
Pot day in Canada.
Get ready, you Canadians.
Yeah, and bottom line is that you got higher highs today in these pot stocks, but bottom line is that they're selling them off.
Buy the rumor, sell the news. Yes, and buy it up until the day it becomes legal, and then everything's already baked in.
We hit a high today of $59.28 in Canopy.
Yes.
You're trading 53.
Quite a haircut in terms of 10% off the highs already today.
Yeah.
TLRY Tilray.
This is the equity that we're going to be talking about forever, because...
Peter Thiel hopes so.
Yeah, and we'll see where they start unloading because, this is still $158. Oh, and there was a great story yesterday. I don't know if I did this when we were on this morning. So Canopy comes out, and their CEO, Linton, is talking about that he thinks only there's going to be 6 big companies left in a year and a half from now, right? And he was saying specifically, and if you want to check this out, folks, pretty cool. On Canopy's website, they go through all of this about their growing, and they feel that you have to deliver marijuana at less than $1 a gram. That's your growth. That's what you have to be paying. And that's
cost.
That's your cost.
The cost, yeah.
Well, Tilray's is at 3.
Okay.
It's like, okay, man, if you're at 3 and they're at 1, where are you going to go here?
Yeah, they're in such the early stages. So everything's built on a story of the future in terms of they're only selling $10 million a quarter,
right?
And they're hoping to sell probably $250 million worth of pot. So really, the question is when you get to that number, what's it going to cost you?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, and can they ever get to that number?
Right.
You know, because you know the numbers that Tilray have right now are very small.
Yes.
In comparison to what their market cap is.
Sure.
I think they're smoking their own weed, man.
Maybe everyone is up there at those valuations.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we have the Dow up 322, Nasdaq up 103, S&P's up 37, and of course after the closeout here, we're going to have some action. One of them being Netflix. So they come out at 405, and they're looking for big numbers.
They better be.
Yeah.
They're a $145 billion company, man.
Look at this.
Yeah.
$4 billion in streaming at $11 a head.
Right.
Think about that.
And we went over these numbers. So these are annualized gains. So domestically, 3 years, annualized 16%. Internationally, 3 years, 57%.
Per year.
Per a year. That's right. Over the last 3.
That's intense.
It is intense. But guess what? They got big expectations in terms of 2017. They took an 11.7. 2019, they're almost going to double that, 19.7.
Look at that.
Adding $8 billion of revenue to their fiscal year just from 2017 to 2019.
And look at it from 2014.
Yeah.
5 years, 5 years, 5.5 billion to 19.7 billion if they do it in 19.
I mean, they're essentially going to almost not double. They're going to more than double from 2014 to 2017. Not going to, they did.
Yeah.
And then from 2017 to 2019, they might double again.
That's a business, man. That is a growth business in an incredible way.
Yeah. It'd be interesting as just watching Bloomberg early this morning, like 6 in the morning. They were talking about Netflix, of course, and they were talking about just the competition coming down the pipeline,
right?
You know, and whether, and one of the people on there made a great analysis. He was saying, you know, AOL brought the internet to everybody.
Yes.
They made it something everyone was really used to.
Right.
And then they got all these competitors. Nobody knows about AOL anymore. And Netflix has definitely changed the world in terms of streaming.
Right.
But now they're going to have the likes of Disney,
Amazon.
ESPN, Amazon, AT&T, Walmart. I mean, all these companies. Anybody can do it if you're big enough, right? That's the thing.
Totally.
You just got to spend the money for content.
TFNN.
That's right.
That's right.
We're a competitor.
Stay right there, folks. We got the Fast Market coming up next. And, of course, we got our man Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. Be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.